Hi guys, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about pregnancy and conception hacks and tips with you guys. These are just my general healthcare tips. This is just like really general information. I've got the baby here. She's in her rocker down here. So if she does make some noise, I'm so sorry. Abhi so rahi thi, but ud gayi hai now. She has to be a good girl for my video. So before I do jump into this video, I just want to say that I'm not a doctor. I am a pharmacist, but you know, this is just my general knowledge. I've done 1 year of pre-med. So generally I do have a lot of information of healthcare, but if you do have, you know, infertility issues or anything like that, it is best to consult a specialist. And these are just general tips, you know, for if your body is already healthy and everything. These are just general tips to help you conceive. Okay guys, so tip number 1 is to have a preconception checkup. This can be with your regular GP, regular doctor, and what this is just a checkup of your, you know, hormones, just generally what your body is lacking. Some people that have thyroid issues, they can have difficulty conceiving. If you have PCOS, or even if you have weight issues, you know, it makes it harder to conceive. And this is also going to help you know if you are deficient in anything, especially iron. You know, a lot of girls are iron deficient. And the other thing this will help you is get started on your preconception vitamins. So before, you know, like when I was planning to get pregnant and stuff, I made sure that my iron levels were normal, because I've also always been anemic. So it's really important to have, you know, balanced hormones, have everything in your body and not be deficient in anything. And also when you do get your preconception checkup done, the doctor can generally give you some folic acid to start taking, and you can actually start taking this up to 1 month before you get pregnant. And this is really important for the for the baby's development, and it also prevents issues, you know, health issues with the baby. So when everything is in check and, you know, your hormones are balanced and there's absolutely, you know, nothing going on with your body and you're ready to conceive, the next thing I would recommend is to get familiar with your cycle. Everyone has a different menstrual cycle, and it's really, really important to know your cycle. आपको पता होना चाहिए कि आप कब ovulate कर रहे हैं, when you're most fertile. And I'm gonna include a picture right here of your general cycle, matlab just the days that you should look out for. But about the middle of the cycle, which is generally I think day 15, is when the luteinizing hormone peaks. और ये सबसे fertile days होते हैं. This is the days that you should really try. And another thing I would recommend, which is tip number 3, is to get an ovulation kit. These kits are really easy to find. सारी pharmacies पे मिलते हैं, and these will help you figure out when you're most fertile. And then you can actually plan everything around, you know, the most fertile days. The other thing you can do is, if you don't want to get a ovulation kit, आप क्या कर सकते हैं कि you can look out for symptoms. Like this is for girls, you know, obviously I'm aiming this conversation at girls. Lekin you can look at your cycle and see, you know, what symptoms your body has. Generally, when the cervical mucus is a little bit thicker, that means you're quite like your luteinizing hormone is peaking, and you're most fertile at that time. Though you can also look out for signs that your body is giving you to know when you're ready and most fertile. Okay, before I move into like all the natural supplements and all that stuff, this is something I have to mention, and a lot of you guys probably already know this one, but it is to avoid stress and overthinking. Sometimes we are like super stressed and we're trying way too hard, and when you're in stress, your body won't be ready for it. Your body probably won't I don't know, it just will freak out and you're gonna be peaking your hormones that you shouldn't. So if you're way too stressed, it's gonna make it harder for you to conceive. You need to really relax your body and just stay calm and not think about it too much. And the other thing that goes hand in hand with stress is a healthy lifestyle. Before I mention the other things, I think this is the main thing. Obviously, you should have a healthy lifestyle. You know, it's best not to smoke and not to drink, and just be healthy, matlab, stay active, you know, have a healthy lifestyle overall. All these things really affect how you get pregnant. And now I'm gonna move into other things that you can try at home. So one thing I really recommend, and this is a big problem in Australia, I don't know if agar matlab in Pakistan or India or other countries this is an issue, but our chicken and eggs actually have a lot of added hormone in it, even the milk, and when we consume these things, they can really affect our hormone levels. I don't know if this is true. I used to drink soy milk, and then the doctor told me that that can affect my estrogen levels as well. So, you know, in the end, I actually stopped drinking soy milk, and I generally don't drink much milk anyways. But it's really important to either have like organic chicken and eggs, or just avoid the ones that have added hormone in them, and just go for all natural, or maybe even avoid it just for a little period of time and see how your body reacts, because it's really important to have balanced hormones. I also have a whole video on how to balance your hormones naturally at home using supplements or other things, so I will link it below, and make sure you guys check it out if you want to, you know more about balancing hormones at home. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna tell you guys about supplements that you can take for girls and guys to boost fertility. So I already mentioned folic acid for women. Women should start taking folic acid when they first plan on becoming pregnant, and they should continue to take it until the end of the pregnancy, and also continue to take it, you know, after they're pregnant, after they have the baby. So other than the actual folic acid, the supplement number 2 which I would recommend that you can take is maca powder. I've shown this in my hormone video, and I went to look for it right now. I've spent 10 minutes looking for it, but I literally can't find it right now. But maca powder is great at balancing hormones, and this is great for men and women. It tastes kind of like nutty, and you can put it in your cereal or smoothies and just have a little bit every single day. And as always, before you take any supplements, please talk to your doctor. Make sure it doesn't clash with your body, and yeah, everything like that. Okay, so the other supplement that you guys can try is bee pollen. Bee pollen has actually been linked to boost immunity and fertility, and just help with conception. So you can get like bee pollen or bee propolis, and a lot of studies have been done where they've, you know, women and men, but mostly women, have tried the bee pollen, and it actually helped increase fertility by a lot. I'm not gonna quote exact percentages because I don't know at the top of my head, but I know that bee propolis really helps with women who have endometriosis. And endometriosis, women with endometriosis, I read a study that when they took the bee propolis on a daily basis, it actually boost their fertility by at least 40%, which is really huge. So you can try either of these things. And the third thing, which is kind of linked to the whole bee pollen and bee propolis, is royal jelly. And when I used to work at the pharmacy, like when I used to sell the medication, royal jelly is so famous in Australia. Like a lot of people go and buy royal jelly, or they buy royal jelly from us. And it's been known and linked to really boost fertility in both men and women. Okay guys, so the last thing that I could recommend for you to try, and this is for people who suffer from having a normal menstrual cycle, is Vitex. I know I spoke, sorry, you can hear my baby like full on screaming. I promise she's not crying, she's laughing. So Vitex is linked at balancing hormones and regulating the menstrual cycle with women who have an irregular cycle. Vitex is a supplement as well, obviously talk to your doctor before you try anything. But I used to sell this in the pharmacy, and I have recommended this to some of my friends. But Vitex can actually help regulate your cycle, which in return can help you get pregnant faster. So those were my general tips on how to conceive and get pregnant very quickly. Obviously, keep trying, don't give up. I know it can be disheartening sometimes when you don't have success, but keep trying, ladies. Inshallah, I hope you are all blessed with beautiful babies, healthy babies, and take good care of yourself. Subscribe if you have not already subscribed to my channel. Allah Hafiz.